everyone, welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is misunderstanding and trauma, how they relate.
Welcome to the Light, Hope, and Healing podcast, where we discuss why you have stress, anxiety, pain, illness, and how to heal from it. I am your host, Tracy Gohrick. My background is a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, intuitive, and channel.
Hi, everyone, welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is misunderstanding and trauma, how they relate. So, this one came up with a client of mine, and her background is she had a really hard time when she first got married to her husband. The husband's family didn't accept her or really like her and didn't treat her very nice, right? So, over the years, as she has gone through her life, she always said, I'm just not going to have anybody feel like that in my family, not even girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. And I'm not going to have them feel like they're not liked. And, she mentioned that even the thought was, well, even if they're not nice or appear to not be nice, I'm not going to treat them poorly because I'm not going to have them feel like I did growing up. So this is something that she went through. So right now, and this is why she came to see me and wanted to help because things are stressing her out, is she has two daughter-in-laws that don't like each other. And one specifically doesn't like the other one, and the other one is just more quiet. But she said she sees in both of them their traumas, which is what's causing the conflict, right? And she can see both sides of it. And I think that's both sides are, you can see that there's trauma, right? In both of their backgrounds. But, everybody has trauma on one level or another. And we've been taught the fight or flight, and that's what's going on right now. And it's really difficult for her to sit back and watch this in her family because one of them doesn't feel welcome into the family because of the treatment of the other one. And in fact, I think even the one that doesn't feel welcome by anyone in the family just because of the situation, not because she's not welcomed, but there's trauma and sensitivity there that she may be seeing things that aren't there where she doesn't feel welcomed. Does that make sense? And so this lady, she can see in both of them where they've both tried, and because of their traumas, they can't ever meet in the middle to work through things. And so, I had to tell her it's rough because you can see the trauma, you can see what's really going on when neither one of them is really mean or doesn't like the other one, right? But it's because of their traumas and the way, sometimes we all act, if we're having a bad day, we don't always come across nice. And so their feelings are getting hurt. Both of the girls' feelings are getting hurt. And I said, there comes a time where you have to let go and let things play out for themselves because you can't control those situations. Because if you step in and say something to one of them, they're going to get hurt and angry. And if you step in and say something to the other one, they're going to get hurt and angry. Even though neither one is right or wrong, right? They're just both hurt and they both have traumas from the past. And what's happening though is it's really affecting this mom because she never wanted people to feel left out or that they weren't wanted in the family, and that's what's happening in her family. So I told her, I said, the one thing you can work on is your relationship with both girls. Work on just being good and kind to them and making them feel welcome. The rest is going to have to play out for itself. Maybe it's their journey that they need to work through something, or I don't know, but you have to just work on what you can because you can't control what's happening there. and you work on just making them feel welcome and go above and beyond for that for you to help them feel welcome because that's what you want to do, right? So misunderstandings can affect us in so many ways, and this is really affecting this mom, and it's affecting the girls too, I'm sure, in her life. And it's a tough situation, but everybody has their own life path and everybody has to take responsibility for themselves. All you can do is work on you. And like I said, she needs to work on her relationships with each girl independently. And then hopefully down the road, something will fall into place and it'll all come back together. But as long as she's welcoming, she will keep that from inside of her past of not feeling welcome. But at least she's holding it that these girls will feel welcome in her life and in her home and in her family. So, sometimes things are out of our control, right? That we can't control how others in our life act. The only thing, again, we can control is ourselves and working on those relationships ourselves, right? That's all we have control of is working on how we act and how we treat others. So in this situation, I think it's going to just turn out just great for this lady. But I just feel for her because she's struggling. And it was something I wanted to discuss because I think in somewhere someone else needed to hear this story because I get it on my videos. I get at least one person each video telling me how much they needed to hear whatever I had to say. And I feel like that's how I'm guided to do the videos that I do. So just know if you're experiencing this or going through this, that you just work on what you can control and you can't control the others outside of your life, right? You can't even, if there's a conflict, even with kids in your family, you can't really control that. They have to work through it themselves. All you can do is be loving and kind and welcoming to each person individually. And then it's their path to figure it out or help each other or heal. I want to share with you the sponsor of this video. It is the X39 Lifewave patches. These are amazing, and I want you to know I don't share anything or recommend anything unless I use it for myself, and I totally love it. Okay, I don't do any of that. These I love. My mother, my husband, and I have all been on them since August, and immediately what I noticed was much more energy in myself. I had much more energy to get things done and just felt a lot of energy during the day. And I didn't get tired in the afternoon like I would sometimes. And I also noticed in myself that I had a mole up here and it just disappeared, right? And I had a few more like later that happened too. And then I noticed that I had a cut on my hand and it healed really quickly. Okay. And then so with my mother, she is almost 80 and she would get tired in the late afternoon and take naps usually around 2, 3, or 4, right? And once she got on these patches, she no longer needed the nap. She wasn't taking naps anymore. She was had more energy herself and was more well rested. And then finally with my husband, and these are just a few of the results, okay? Finally with my husband, he had a lot more energy. He's been retired and he kind of got in a slump and he had a lot of energy once he got on these patches. A couple of days after getting on the patches, he pulled his shoulder out of his socket, which he's done before. He popped it back in anyway and it bruised horribly. He couldn't lift his arm up. He hurt it pretty bad. It's something he does a lot. And the next day he was able to lift it halfway up. And then the day after that, he was able to lift it all the way up again, which that's never happened when he's dislocated his shoulder. And there was tons of bruising all the way down his shoulder, and that cleared up. And it was much lighter like the second day, and it cleared up much quicker. And he just healed so much faster after being on these patches. So here's what they look like. And you just take it off and you put it on. Well, this is one place you put it is the back of the neck. And I hope this is going to show up in the video right there. Back of the neck is where I put mine. And you can put it on your stomach And there's many other places you can put it, but there is information in the description below on these patches. They are amazing. And I want to just give you what it says on the website about it, just so you have an idea of how it works and why it works. The technology of the X39 patches is phototherapy. It gently stimulates the skin with light, which stimulates the natural flow of energy in the body, which improves the health in the body. So like I said, we've had amazing results. I love them. My mom loves them. My husband loves them. I have quite a few other people on them, and they've all had amazing results. It's helped improve their health and helps them recover quicker. So if you have any questions or interested in them, go ahead and reach out to me. All the information to contact me is below. There is also a Start X39 website. You can go check it out. Or if you just want to order it, there's a link to order it in the description below. But check them out. I have been so happy on these patches. In the description below, there's a healing meditation, and there's many ways to work with me in the description below also. If you have any topics you want to discuss, just comment below, or in the description, you can email me. And if you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe. So go do something you love every day. Do something you love, something that lifts you up and brings you joy. Do at least one every day. Whether that's sing, dance, run around the yard, whatever it is, just being goofy, do something that lifts you up. And then do at least one thing of self-care, whether it's drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate, do at least one of those every day. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good in everything and in everyone. And finally, write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things, and I promise you're going to see a difference in your life. That's what I've got for today. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.